Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the last one with my good friend Sam Nard. Today we have the lovely Jackie Bego, right? Bego. So Jackie is a woman where she basically has tapped into every type of pool when it comes to health and fitness. Like, this woman has done your very right out of college basic personal training to now where she has evolved her education and even her lifestyle into a holistic matter to where it supports her and fulfills her so that she could fulfill for her family. So welcome on, Jackie.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you for having me. Yeah. It's been a unique journey, and I think it's fun to see where you're taking this podcast. So.
It's been pretty fun. I've actually learned from the 2 episodes that I've done, I've learned a lot already from just 2 different people. So I'm very excited to learn from you. So just to kind of kick it off, I remember you telling me that as soon as you were done with college or it was an internship, you were out to Utah?
Yeah. So right out of college, I was doing an internship at a YMCA and got an opportunity for my husband, well, fiance at the time, to go out to Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah. So we wanted to live in the mountains and jumped. Said, yeah, like, why not?
So how was that?
That was a big culture shock. We literally, like, he moved out there. I planned the wedding.
So you got married out there?
Oh, he came here back to Indiana. I'm from northern Indiana originally, and we got married back here with our friends and family. Kind of that was our going off party. It said like, goodbye, we're moving. So officially, I packed all of we done it on our honeymoon.
Okay.
To Ireland and Scotland, and
was that a good time?
Man,
I really want to go there.
I mean, like, dreamy. It was everything you could want. Like, so we were, had it perfect because we actually spent time away. He was living in Utah. So it was like having this long distance relationship, came together, got married, had a great honeymoon, packed up everything and U-hauled it and like just did 24-hour drive to go move to Utah. So we were away from family, didn't know anybody, didn't know anything.
So how long did you guys stay out there?
It was about 2 years.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, we just actually got like the rental that we thought we'd signed a contract for a year, everything unpacked, and a week later we got a phone call saying, hey, think there's a job here that would be perfect for Brian. Okay. And
what's his route?
He is a he's an engineer. Okay, so he met in college. And he got an opportunity to be a general manager of a manufacturing company
based out
right there
Utah.
in Greenfield, right across from the airport. Mount Comfort Airport there, right across
So that took him out to Utah?
Yes, that was part of the business. So EMS is right there. That's their corporate headquarters. And then there's More Feed and Barrett behind it. There's the Harvest Church is right there on the corner too. Okay. And so yeah, he's there, and they make vibratory feeder bowls, which is like part orientation. So like when bullets need to be put together from like the vaccinations, they're putting those together. Like, so when anything needs to be assembled and put together, they put it in a big vibratory feeder bowl and it like shoots out and organizes. It's actually really cool.
I was going to say, it sounds like a bunch of Tinker Toys that
it is. So my husband like gets a playground and can play there. And it's been a lot better. It's been a journey for us too. Okay. And, but no, I got out there it was a culture shock. Yeah. More like the culture out there is just very different. They are,
I've heard they're very friendly.
Latter-day Saints is majority of the religion out there. So it's,
I have no idea.
Which is Mormon.
Okay. I didn't know it was called that.
Yeah. Latter-day Saints. So you can see them. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, it's not, so, it's a part of Christianity. Technically, I don't know if you can call that Christian. Anyway, they believe in Latter-day Saints, meaning they have other things. So that was just different. Very conservative. They are super friendly.
Like, there was somebody one time dropped into the gym, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm from Utah." He was super nice.
Yeah. Culturally, religiously, they are very active in their churches. So, I mean, they have communities. Like most neighborhoods have a church in the neighborhood, and they all go to it. They don't smoke. They don't drink. They don't take caffeine. So culturally out there, I mean, when most of the majority of people don't eat like that, they actually had more, like, it was neat to see all these different cultures. They had the 96 Olympics out there, which I know seems like a long time, but that brought a lot of diversity into Salt Lake City, So outside of it is very Mormon, but inside they're pretty diverse with some of their culture, which, some of the They have a lot of, and so it was neat to live downtown. We had an opportunity.
Okay.
I worked at the Planet Fitness right there on the corner, like downtown, which was probably the only fitness that didn't like fit the mold of like, ooh, I only pay $1 and I can eat pizza here. Yes, they have that.
Oh, I was like, hopefully they have that, because they have that like definitely out here. Like, it's do your workout and come get a pizza on Friday or something like that.
Yeah, and they have bagel days. Like
I do bagel day.
I do love that one.
Do definitely do that.
I know.
So your husband had that job, and then you went out there with him. Mm-hmm. Did you get that job when you were in Utah, or was that already kind of lined up?
No.
As you guys
my
were traveling?
gosh. I was a personal trainer when I first started actually here. So
yeah.
When my husband moved, I quit YMCA and I got a fantastic job to be a personal trainer. And I knew it wasn't my degree. I didn't get it. I had to get my certification.
Yeah.
But I got a great opportunity to be an intern and follow under a girl I graduated with who was her big goals. Want to open up her own studio, do all that. She's like, I just need someone I can trust. She goes, I'll pick you up. You can actually help me train my clients. You work out in all the classes. Because at the time I had been diagnosed with Crohn's disease in college, and it was a few years in, and I was on medication, but I was at my heaviest yet. Like,
okay.
I was pretty unhappy, even though I got engaged and all these great things. I wasn't like happy. I wasn't like that fulfilled where you have all the check marks in life.
Everybody's like, right? Oh yeah, I'm doing this, then I did this, and then I did this, and it's like, yeah, I'm following the life path, and it's like, shit.
God is really cool at telling you don't know anything.
Right. I'm gonna put you back in your place.
Yeah, like I said, when we had that opportunity, I literally just decided to quit my job. It was a very unhealthy mental it was just not a good, healthy situation for a go-getter right out of college that just wants to make everyone happy. And a non-for-profit organization is amazing to work for. Those were my big goals, but there's a lot of hustle to that. Like there's a lot of,
constantly day to day, you got to get this done to get this and this and this.
Yeah. So he quit. I became a personal trainer. And
out in Utah, right?
This was actually right before. So when my husband, we had like a year where he was in Utah and I was in here, and I quit my job.
After
I got married right after I quit my job there. And so I had this opportunity. I didn't even know what I was going to do because I was leaving in like 8 months, getting married. So I was like, and I called my girlfriend up. We sat down and she's like, I need somebody I can trust.
Yes.
So I was like, I kind of looked at her. It was that moment. I looked at her. I was like, are you kidding me? Like I'm at my biggest.
And
it was like I was 180. Like, and for me coming out of college, playing all the sports, being active. And when I was done with soccer, that was like a few years. I was like, fuck, I'm done. Like I'm done grinding every day. Yeah. So I got my biggest we lost it all. I got in shape perfectly for the wedding. She's like, I'll get you in shape for the wedding. I was like, fine. I don't care. I'll intern you. I'll do whatever you want. If you want me to clean toilets, I'll do it. So I just started, and they were a little bit more on the holistic side instead of like having prescriptions, which I was taking 4 prescriptions 4 times a day, 4 pills 4 times a day. And they were like horse pills. It was meant to just kind of calm my digestion. Honestly, I'm not even sure everything it was supposed to do. But it was the point where I was like, I don't see much improvement. My weight is still up. These are all things that they said would fix everything. They were supposed to give me a pill, right? And fix it.
Yeah, let's see. That stigma is definitely not the best. And yet somehow advertisements are like, just take this fat loss pill, but still work out.
Yeah. Well, this is a fat burner.
That's
detox. You need to burn more fat.
Detox drinks that you just got to drink, or these waist trainers. And it's just
and they're throwing around words and terms that they have no business even talking into.
Right.
And they take studies that are in a very controlled environment, and they are in a very few select people done them, and then they get these results and they're like, oh yeah, there's test results, and they grab it and they think, oh, this can apply to every single functional person in the US, and it's like, or the functional person. It's like, no, that is not how that study was created. That study was for people in a cancer situation, they don't set out the whole.
That's not how it works.
So they were, which was really interesting. Like they talked about how the mind controlled the body. Mind Body Spirit Institute was that, or Mind Body Institute. So it was about how the mind and the body can kind of work together. So they had a lot of yoga, and of course, like me at the time, weightlifter, kind of made fun of them, like, you yogis, like, and they were like, you know what? They're like, hey, intern, you're going to teach the strength and stretch or the sit and stretch, which is like for people that, are elderly. That kind of like a silver sneakers. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I had to run my mouth and be all cocky that I can like lift shit, but I can't touch my toes, And so, yeah, they assigned it to me. And honestly, it was the first time everything started switching where I'm like, I can feel better by working out more consciously, more breathing, start cleaning out some of that crap. Like they were, dairy free back then. It was like kind of the first phase to kind of come through. Like people are having dairy issues,
Yeah.
Again, just a little bit older,
fat free and
and now
no
it was
carb,
keto. So all that, keto wasn't even talked about then. I mean, like it was like people didn't know how to pronounce quinoa. That was a big one we brought onto the scene, and they were like, "Huh," And so it was great. It was one of these things. It's kind of the infancy state of like where I am at, which is kind of cool. But that was where the first things that set up where I started eating better, did their weight loss programs like they kind of said, 12 steps of just, normal stuff that we consider. But I kind of balanced out, didn't snack all the time, had better meals. They were better balanced, and all of a sudden I stopped taking my pills, and everything just started working out, losing weight, feeling better, changed my entire perspective and how taking care of the body can get you off of pills, can actually heal the body.
Yeah. You did that within your 2 years out of Utah.
Yeah. So that was the 8 months. It was like this crash course. And then I got married, went out to Utah, had no plans for a job. So I went back to square one and I'm like, how do I even get a job? And I had to sit there all day when my husband's at work, applying to jobs.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of those would take 3 hours.
Yeah, the application process. It's like we need this, and then you need to fill out a cover letter, and then you need to have 5 recommendations or 3 recommendations. And
then we want you to take a personality test. And do you agree? Yeah. A, B, C, D. And I'm like, what the really?
I just need a job, guys.
I know.
So
this is for a checkout line, okay?
Yeah, cashier. It's fine. So what brought you guys back to Indiana then after 2
when
years
he got that job opportunity to work for Morpheed and take over that opportunity, we came back here and again, finally started landing some jobs, moved around. I've done the Lifetime Fitness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big gyms.
Yeah.
And so how long were you in that realm?
That was 6 months. And they do a pretty big training. They fly you out and get you, I had to fly out to Colorado. This is all in Utah still. So I flew out to Colorado and they trained me and did a bunch of stuff and told you everything you need to know about their organization, their mindset. I mean, they pump out some amazing trainers, but we know our stuff. We can sell our stuff. And that's part of personal training on a bigger level is being a salesperson, so it was cool to just dive in. I wanted to see it because I came from a small yoga studio, and holistic.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I had to see the other realm of this.
Right.
So picked up training, was there. And then I was going to transfer to Indy when my husband got the job. And they quickly all of a sudden said oh, it's only a front desk position.
Isn't that
after I
crap?
put 6 months in, build up you kind of go into debt with them and say oh, you're going to take a percentage out until I get my clients and I'm bringing in enough money.
Oh my gosh.
It's so messed up. I mean, that's how the world is, with the fitness. And so, I literally was just kind of held up the 2 fingers and was like, all right, fuck you then.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, I can find a job. So I did the LA Fitness, bounced around.
So just around the
you hear, and so did Get in Shape for Women, which is a small women's studio. So it was kind of back to that small group.
Yeah.
That's where I started realizing how much I loved personal training and the eye of fixing things and giving them strength where you can fix the everyday life.
I mean, you got to be able to
groceries in better. You're picking up your kids, you're running with them.
So with your experience already at that point, did you feel that a lot of people, they're not realizing that you need to exercise more for function, and then if you want personal goals, then you go for all these heavy lifts and aesthetics.
Aesthetics, losing weight.
Yeah.
I get, yes. And I think that's a frustration in this field in general. When people come to me, they're and there are numbers. You get 2 clients. You get 2 types of clients. Okay. You get a numbers client and you get a feeler client. Okay. The one that comes to you that's I'm so done of feeling like shit every day, not having enough energy, have back pain, where they come to you and they want to feel better. That's my crew. That's my, I can feel like I can take care of them. I can take care of a numbers person. Numbers people can be very great too. They're very motivated to stick routine until they hit certain things. You can apply macros to them. You can apply other things.
Okay.
And they're okay, I'm going to follow this. I'm going to hit all of your goals. So I've had to kind of learn actually to kind of be both. you know, if I wanted to have